Here's a segment from a recent Gun Talk radio episode. You can listen to all the Gun Talk radio podcasts however you tune in, or check out guntalk.com for more. It is an interesting time, speaking of interesting, in the world of new guns and gun companies. And, it's like all the players are moving. It's like trading day, and people are doing different things. And the companies that you think you knew are doing something different. You're going, what? Well, joining me to talk about that is a longtime friend of mine, hunting buddy, Linda Powell from Mossberg. Hi, Linda. How you doing?
Hey, Tom. I'm doing great.
Well, good. I mean, I'm really specifically thinking about Mossberg because it's like everybody says, well, yeah, Mossberg, the shotgun company. Well, except, right?
Except. That's exactly right.
So what are you guys up to now?
Well, we continue to add new products, and we don't stray from shotguns, but we also focus quite a bit on rifles and handguns now.
Oh yeah, and some people know that you guys have rifles, and you've been making rifles for a long time, and a lot. I mean, we're talking about a lot of rifles. But a lot of people may not have picked up on the news of a couple of years ago that you got big time into handguns.
That's right, and we did. We came out with the first model a little over 2 years ago, a little subcompact, the MC1, and we followed that up with the MC2, a compact version. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm most excited about the most recent addition to the lineup. It's the MC2 SC, which kind of falls into that category now of a micro compact, which means it's really comfortable to carry and conceal, but it has that higher capacity. And I just think it's a perfect marriage of what I liked about the MC1 and what I liked about the MC2. So it's kind of become my go-to handgun to carry now.
And for those who may not know, and I'm just going to give you my impression. I'm not surprising you with this. When you introduced the MC2, and I was out there at Gun Sight when we brought that out, and I'm thinking, Mossberg's going to make a pistol. That isn't that nice. And it's, I'm sure it's going to be okay. I mean, honestly, you're going, okay, we'll cut some slack here. And we went out and we shot it for several days. And it's like I came away thinking, I would absolutely carry this pistol. We were making hits at 50 yards with this compact pistol, and it ran absolutely flawlessly with no matter what we stuck into it. I just came away thinking, man, this thing is an absolute home run. And I have to apologize. I admit I was not expecting it to be that good. It's terrific.
Well, I think, that reaction's normal, and we kind of expect that, too, since we're not known for handguns. But if you look at Mossberg's history of producing quality firearms now for over 100 years, you ought to know that if we do get into a category like handguns, we're going to do it right. And I've been really impressed, too, with the quality, the features. The new MC2 SC is optics-ready, so you can add the microdot sight right to the top of the slide, which for me has been a game changer. I'm a hunter, that.
Oh yeah.
Not been really big into handguns, and I've kind of struggled for a while. And I kept saying it's because I'm older, and I couldn't see the sights. And what I didn't realize was that was absolutely true, because once I started shooting the SC here with a red dot sight on it. In fact, I had several people that had been shooting with me before that said, hey, you've been practicing. And I laughed and I said, no, I can finally see the sight.
I can see again. It's wonderful. Well, let me just hit that and transition, because you also have a shotgun, turkey gun, that is optics ready, which is a really cool idea.
It is. And if you've been in turkey camps recently, a lot of people have gone to using some type of optic on their turkey gun. Mm-hmm. And this just was kind of a natural progression for us to take our 940 platform, which is our new autoloader, and make it where you can, again, mount directly to the receiver. So it's low on the receiver, a red dot sight, which to me is just ideal for hunting in low light conditions. Again, although in those old eyes I have, I've just found that I prefer to have an optic of some type on my turkey gun, too.
Well, the reality is, we've talked about this for years, is that turkey hunters don't use shotguns the way that wing shooters do. We're not swinging through and, doing all of that. We're using a shotgun as a rifle, shooting it at a fairly stationary target, trying to hit one point. And, you need some kind of sights on it. But the red dot, people have been doing that, and that makes sense. But what you're doing here is allowing it to be mounted lower so that it's a comfortable cheek weld, which is not only going to make it more accurate, but as I'm thinking about it, it's going to make you faster. When you throw that up and you cheek that stock, you're going to be looking right through the red dot sight. You're going to be able to get on target quickly.
That's exactly right. If you need a follow-up shot, very easy to get back on that target again, too, as well.
Okay,
but one of the things,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, one of the things about this, too, we've gone to shorter barrel length, 8.5-inch option as well as a 24-inch. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people go, really? And I'm like, sure. I mean, more people are hunting out of blinds. Shorter barrel length's also nice for when you're maneuvering around in thicker brush. But with today's turkey loads, you get the accuracy you need out of those shorter barrels.
Yeah, and we're getting these incredibly tight patterns. And that's the other thing. People may not have put the two together. Now that we have these unbelievable loads and these super tight patterns, and being able to shoot at longer distances, even more so, you need a really good aiming device, because just looking over the top of the barrel, when you got a super tight pattern, it's quite easy to miss a turkey's head.
It sure is.
Not that I've ever done anything like that, right?
Well, I've never witnessed it.
No, okay, fair enough. We're sworn to secrecy, right?
That's right.
So what else you guys been doing?
Well, I think the other big exciting news for us, again, not leaving shotguns, is our new 590S, which is our 590 pump action platform that your listeners should be familiar with. But we've taken it, and with just a few key design changes, it now will accept and cycle the mini shells, the 1 3/4, 2 3/4, and 3-inch shells interchangeably.
Really? Because that's been a real problem. I mean, we've had to come up with aftermarket carriers and things like that for these little short shells. That's very cool.
That's what I was going to say. If you use an adapter, once you put the adapter in, you're restricted to using the shorter shell. But with the way this is designed, again, you can put any length shell in any combination, and it will cycle them. So it really is a game changer.
Well, yeah. So, all right. So here's the real question is, how are you guys doing at keeping up with demand these days?
Well, I tell everyone that I talk to please not get frustrated. But honestly, the last 2 years I've never seen in my time in the industry the type of demand that we've had and where it's maintained at this level. And we've been as much as, I hate to say this, as 12 months in backlog.
Holy cow.
You order a gun today and you have to tell somebody it's going to be 12 months before they can get it. That's pretty frustrating. We are catching up some, and we've done everything we can to increase production, but it's just kind of the nature of the beast right now.
Well, and as I tell people, I say, look, if you're in a gun store and you see the gun you want and they hand it to you, do not put it back down, because the next guy's going to grab it and it's going to be gone. If you have it in your hands, just hold it in one hand and hand them the plastic with the other hand.
Exactly.
So, there it is. Hey, Mossberg.com for everybody who wants to go take a look at what you guys are up to. Linda, thank you so much for sharing all of this. And look, come back often, would you please?
I'd love to. Thank you, Tom.
All righty, you take care.